Ever met someone who blames everything on everyone but themselves? Yeah, you probably have. And maybe, just maybe, you've been that person without realizing it. Here's the thing. A toxic mindset doesn't always show up like drama or yelling. Sometimes it's quiet, sneaky. It hides in your excuses, your doubts, and even in your "that's just how I am" statements. Today, we're going to expose the toxic thinking that holds you back without you even noticing. Let's detox your mindset and reclaim your power. Part 1. The victim loop. This always happens to me. Nothing ever works out. People are just out to get me. Sound familiar? That's the victim loop. And the problem isn't that bad things happen, they do. The problem is living there. When your first instinct is blame instead of responsibility, you give away all your control. You can't change a life you keep saying is someone else's fault. You're not powerless. You're just stuck in a mindset that keeps you small. Break the loop. Own your story, even the messy parts. That's where freedom begins. Part 2. The "I'm too real" excuse. You ever hear someone say, "I'm not rude, I'm just real"? Yeah. No. That's not real. That's just unfiltered ego. Being honest doesn't mean being hurtful. Keeping it real shouldn't come with a side of disrespect. This mindset says, I don't need to change, people just need to accept me. But growth requires change. And being real without being kind, that's just immaturity with a mic. Real strength is knowing how and when to speak. You can be direct without being damaging. Part 3. Hustle or nothing. We live in a world that glorifies being booked and busy. No sleep, all grind. As if rest is for the weak. But here's the truth. Overworking isn't always ambition sometimes, it's avoidance. Avoiding silence. Avoiding reflection. Avoiding pain. The hustle mindset becomes toxic when you tie your worth to your productivity. You're not a machine. You don't have to earn rest. You deserve peace, even when you're not producing. Rest is a strategy. Use it. Part 4. The comparison trap. Scrolling through someone's highlight reel, then questioning your whole existence? Welcome to the comparison trap. It whispers, they're younger than you and already successful. They're prettier. They have it all figured out. But here's what it doesn't show you. Their fears. Their failures. Their behind the scenes. You're comparing your drafts to their final edits. And that mindset, it steals joy. Not because you're behind, but because you've convinced yourself you are. Stay in your lane. The only person you need to outgrow is yesterday's you. Part 5. All or nothing thinking. If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. Sound familiar? That's all or nothing thinking. And it's toxic, because it convinces you to quit before you even start. Missed one workout? I'm done. Ate one unhealthy meal? Might as well binge. Didn't finish your to-do list? Total failure. That mindset leaves no room for grace. No space for progress. But progress isn't perfect, it's messy. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be consistent. Part 6. Needing external validation. Waiting for likes to feel valuable? Needing praise to feel proud? That's the trap of external validation. This mindset says, if people don't clap for me, it's not worth doing. But the truth? If your confidence is built on applause, it'll crumble the moment things go quiet. Clarity comes from within. Joy comes from within. You don't need a round of applause to move forward. Start clapping for yourself even when no one else does. Part 7. The grudge collector. You know what's heavy? Carrying every insult, every betrayal, every time someone hurt you, forever. Some people collect grudges like trophies. This one's from 2012. This one? Still mad about it. But here's the catch. You're not punishing them. You're punishing you. Resentment doesn't protect you, it poisons you. The toxic mindset says, if I let this go, they win. But really, if you let it go, you win. Free up that energy. Use it to build, not to relive pain. Part 8. That's just how I am. I have trust issues. I push people away. I'm bad at communicating. That's just how I am. Number, that's how you've learned to be. That's how you've adapted to pain. But it's not who you have to stay. This mindset locks you into your trauma. It turns pain into identity. But your pain is not your personality. You get to unlearn. You get to grow. You get to become someone you've never been before. That's not betrayal of your past, it's respect for your future. Part 9. Living for revenge, not healing. Some people don't want to heal. They just want to look successful enough to make their haters mad. Revenge becomes the goal. And yeah, it works for a while. But what happens when they stop watching? When no one cares? If your progress is fueled by proving someone wrong, what happens when they disappear? You'll feel empty. Heal because you deserve peace. Win because you earned it, not because they doubted you. Let revenge go. It's not sustainable fuel. Part 10. Toxic positivity. Just be grateful. Good vibes only. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes, those phrases help. But sometimes, they shut people down. Toxic positivity says, ignore your pain, smile through it. But pain doesn't disappear just because you slap a filter on it. Real growth isn't pretending to be okay. It's facing what hurts and healing anyway. You can be grateful and grieving. You can stay hopeful and be honest. Stop faking fine. Start choosing real. Final words and call to action. Here's the truth. Your thoughts shape your reality. And a toxic mindset, no matter how subtle, can hold you back more than any obstacle ever will. But awareness? That's your first superpower. You're allowed to unlearn. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to become better than the mindset you inherited. So let's talk. Which of these toxic mindsets have you struggled with the most? Adozo, what are you actively trying to unlearn right now? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. If this hit home, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we think, feel, and grow. Because this channel isn't about perfection, it's about evolution. Drop a blank in the comments if you're clearing out toxic thoughts and making room for growth. I'll see you in the next one.